So you're thinking about moving to Jacksonville, Florida? In this video, I'm going to go over the pros and cons, the good and the bad of living in St. Augustine, Florida. And you're going to want to stick around to the end because I'm going to have some valuable bonus information that'll save you some money on some fun and entertainment. And we're getting after it right now. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about eating, sleeping, working, playing in Jacksonville, Florida and the surrounding areas, tap the bell for notifications and subscribe below so you can be the first to know about the current market conditions here in Jacksonville. My name is Jay and we get calls, texts, emails every day from people just like you that are looking for help to move to this area. And we absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, or even less, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We're happy to help you make a smooth move to Jacksonville. So like I said, we're gonna go over some pros and cons for St. Augustine, and without further ado, let's get started. So here's the first pro, the St. Augustine history. You can spend years discovering St. Augustine history by land or by sea. Over 5 flags have flown over St. Augustine, and that's a lot of US history and Florida history as well. There's brick and cobblestone streets, the Bridge of Lions, Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth. All of those areas you can definitely discover and enjoy for yourself and get a piece of Florida history, plus more. Don't let me forget, there's even ghost tours. Pedro Menendez, the Spanish explorer, first landed here in 1565, and with the help of the Timucuan Indians helped get the settlement started. Every year there's a reenactment for Pedro Menendez landing in St. Augustine. I had the privilege of being able to be one of the people that helped row him on an authentic rowboat that came off from a ship to row him ashore. There's a picture of me right here and check it out. It was kind of fun. I don't know about that hat I'm wearing though in that picture. So the next pro for St. Augustine is its infrastructure. St. Johns County is where St. Augustine is located, and it's one of the best well-funded counties for taxes and revenue in the entire state of Florida. So what that means for you when you live there is better schools, money for better schools, better roads, utilities, emergency services, police force, sheriff's department, all of those things. And you know, that's what draws people to this area. That makes people want to come here. And you know what happens when people come here? Property values get better and equity gets better. I did want to add that the county does monitor the growth. They're constantly planning for that growth and the infrastructure that goes with it. And they're always looking out for the people's best interests. One more thing to add, there's many state parks close by and city parks that you can enjoy as well. So another pro for St. Augustine is of course its location. With that location being in Florida and being in the southeast, you have that beautiful year-round nice weather where you won't have to wear anything much heavier than a sweater most of the time in the winter time. In the summer you will want to run the AC some. But St. Augustine is about 1 hour from Jacksonville, about 1.5 hours from Daytona, and about 2 hours from Orlando. It's close to beaches, it's surrounded by water. You have the Matanzas River which flows through downtown, and just 30 minutes west you have the St. Johns River, and of course within 10 minutes or less you have Volano Beach, St. Augustine Beach, and Crescent Beach, all wonderful beaches. I did want to add that if you're a boating enthusiast or a sports enthusiast, it's wonderful as well because of all of the water access, boat ramps. You can drive on the beach with the pass. There's tennis, golf, fishing, pickleball. There's even skateboard parks. So the next pro is the food. There are a ton of homegrown restaurants in St. Augustine. That means that they're independently owned and operated and based out of St. Augustine. They use locally sourced fruits and vegetables, seafood, meats, all of that. and the food reflects it. It's absolutely delicious. There's so many great choices to choose from, but I'm going to name off a few. Of course, there's the San Sebastian Winery. You have the Ice Plant, which is a restaurant and also has a distillery there. Juniper Market, the Blue Hen, the Preserve, Osteen's, Creme de la Cacao, which is a confectionery place, Dose Coffee, Kookaburra Coffee, just so many more. Can't name them all. The next pro for St. Augustine is its architecture. There are historic homes, vintage homes, mid-century modern homes, ranches, multifamily, new construction, beach homes, riverfront homes. All of those choices are available to you in St. Augustine. If you want a custom build, there's land available for that as well. I did want to add there's also a lot of 55 plus communities available too. If you're looking for an age restricted community to live in, there's definitely some of those available. I wanted to add with regard to the architecture, there is a lot of available housing right now, which means for the buyers, they can definitely get a much better deal than they could have gotten even just a few months ago. Sellers, including new construction sellers, are offering concessions, and you know what that means. That means savings to you, the buyer, and we can definitely help you with that. Okay, let's get started with some of the cons. One of the cons is traffic. It's going to be limited to not the neighborhoods of St. Augustine, outside the city area there, but within the city itself, the downtown area. It's pretty much going to be limited to US 1, and where's highways, state roads 312, 207, and 16 intersect. It's going to be mostly limited to drive time in the morning, lunch hour, and drive time in the evening, commuting back from work or school. It's going to also get a little bit worse seasonally, particularly when they have the Night of Lights going on, and that'll be evenings after sundown between the end of November into the first of the year in January. One more thing I wanted to add is where A1A crosses from the downtown historic area over to they call it the island or the shores. You have the Bridge of Lions. The Bridge of Lions is a drawbridge, and they do open it for tall ships and sailboats. So you may have a 10 or probably 10-minute delay at tops, waiting for that to open and close. But you can always kick back and enjoy and relax during that period of time. It's very infrequent, and enjoy the time, break time. Okay, here's another con, which is going to be tourism. At some point in time, anybody that goes to St. Augustine, we were all tourists, right? There's people that are residents of St. Augustine, and their bloodlines date back 500 years. There's transplants from other states, which I was at one point, years ago. There's newcomers. But the thing is, sometimes they're going to say that the traffic and it can wear on you a little bit, during certain seasons. And the thing about it is, without tourism, that's the backbone of St. Augustine, and pretty much none of us would have ever come here without the tourism to begin with. So I say, you just have to accept it and make the best of it and be glad, because it brings a lot of revenue and prosperity to the area. So here's one of the last cons, which is going to be lack of public transportation. St. Augustine does have a bus system that runs. It does run a limited schedule throughout the day. It does not run at nighttime, and it does not run on Sundays. So that being said, if you're trying to, meet a schedule to get to work, to get to school, or coming home from school, or coming home from work, and when you're ready to go, you may be waiting for a while. You would be, able to check my St. Augustine map video, and you can see St. Augustine's, fairly spread out. I would recommend that if you live there, you need to have some of your own transportation to be able to rely on. within the downtown area. You can go on foot or by, bicycle, scooter, what have you. But it would probably be a good idea to have some type of motorized transportation if you want to get around, when you're ready and you want to go, so you can go. So here's some of that bonus information that I promised you at the beginning of the video. The first thing is First Fridays. That happens the first Friday of every month, and that features art galleries. They open their doors. Some of them, serve light food and beverages. And it's a great opportunity to discover local artists, their artwork. You can buy gifts. It runs from 5 till 9, and they do open up the public parking. They don't, give citations after 5 o'clock. And also the Old Town Trolley, it runs a shuttle service from 6 to 9 for free as well. Another bonus, they call it Free Month, but if you Google this, look up Free Month for the month of September. With a St. Johns County driver's license, proof of residency, you actually get free or discounted admission to many local attractions and museums. So that's really cool. So here's another bonus. For the entire month of September, they have the Sing Out Loud Festival. That features local talent at local venues, and there's also a Songwriters Festival. It's a whole month that you can enjoy free entertainment, and it's great entertainment. And one of the local places that I like to go is called the Colonial Quarter. You should check it out. It's right off St. George Street. It's a great place to see some artists. So here's another bonus. Every Saturday from 8:30 till 12:30, weather permitting, at the St. Augustine Amphitheater, which is across the Bridge of Lions from downtown St. Augustine. They have a farmer's market. So if you like fresh fruits and veggies, honey, local honey, beef jerky, they even have meats. Check that out, the farmer's market. So this is a fun one. In early December, there's the annual St. Augustine Santa Suits on the Loose 5K run, which benefits St. Augustine Youth Services. If you've ever seen hundreds of Santa Clauses running to benefit a great cause, you need to go check it out, because it's unbelievable to see that. So that wraps up my pros and cons for St. Augustine. I hope you got a lot out of it. Feel free to comment below if you have some other pros and cons of your own, and I'm always open to your comments. And just remember, whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We're always happy to help you make a smooth move to Jacksonville. And until then, I hope to show you around town.